Alright everyone, we are now about 30 minutes away from Niagara Falls. So for the next few minutes, I'd love to borrow your attention. What I'm about to share will help you enjoy the falls not just with your eyes but with a little more understanding, imagination, and maybe even a few fun facts to impress your family later. Right now, the river you see outside is the Niagara River. And no, this is not just some random scenic river we happen to pass. This is the exact waterway that feeds the massive waterfall you're about to see very soon. So yes, the calm water next to us right now is basically on its way to becoming extremely dramatic. In about 30 minutes, it goes from peaceful river to main character energy. Niagara Falls is located directly on the border between the United States and Canada, and it is one of the most famous natural attractions in North America. It is also commonly recognized as one of the 3 major waterfalls of the world. Those 3 are Niagara Falls between the US and Canada, Iguazu Falls between Brazil and Argentina, Victoria Falls between Zambia and Zimbabwe. Each one has its own personality. Iguazu Falls in South America is made up of more than 270 separate waterfalls, creating a giant wall of water. Victoria Falls in Africa is so powerful that locals call it the smoke that thunders, because of the mist and thunder-like sound. Honestly, that sounds less like a waterfall and more like a superhero movie title. And then there is Niagara Falls, the most accessible, most visitor-friendly, and perhaps the one that lets you get closest to the action without requiring jungle boots or a helicopter. Now here is something many people don't realize. Niagara Falls is actually quite young in geological terms. It began forming around 12,000 years ago, after the last ice age, when giant glaciers melted and reshaped the Great Lakes region. So what you are about to see is not just a waterfall, it is a masterpiece carved by nature over thousands of years. No tickets required. Niagara Falls is divided into 3 main sections. American Falls on the US side, Bridal Veil Falls, smaller but elegant, and the largest and most famous Horseshoe Falls on the Canadian side. Horseshoe Falls is the star of the show. It is about 790 meters wide and around 57 meters high. During peak flow, thousands of tons of water pour over it every second. To put that in perspective, imagine Mother Nature emptying an endless bucket every second all day long. Because of that incredible force, the rocks underneath are constantly being worn away. In fact, the waterfall used to be located farther upstream and has slowly moved backward over time through erosion. So yes, Niagara Falls is still changing today. It is basically doing renovation work 24 hours a day. Now let's talk about another side of Niagara that many visitors miss: electric power. In the late 1800s, Nikola Tesla helped make Niagara famous, not only for beauty but for energy. His alternating current system made it possible to generate hydroelectric power here and send electricity long distances. That was revolutionary. Niagara Falls became one of the most important early symbols of modern electricity. So if your phone is charged today, you can thank Tesla a little. Even now, Niagara remains a major source of hydroelectric power for New York State and Ontario, Canada. Water from the river is carefully managed through tunnels, canals, and control systems so that tourism and power generation can work together. That means some of the water is being used to create electricity, while the rest continues giving us this incredible natural show. Very efficient, very Canadian-American teamwork. And speaking of the border, this is one of the few places in the world where 2 countries literally share one natural wonder. On one side, the United States. On the other side, Canada. In the middle, millions of gallons of water making diplomatic noise. So Niagara Falls is not just something you look at. It is a place where you experience nature, history, science, and 2 nations all at once. Once we arrive, we'll send you a map with the best walking routes and viewing points. So don't worry, we'll make sure you know where to go and where to get the best photos. We are almost there now. Just a little more driving left. And in a few moments, you'll finally see Niagara Falls in real life. Trust me, photos are nice, but the real thing is on another level.